Let's do it, everyone. We're live at the Cintas Center here in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's the championship game of the Xavier Regional. A trip to championship week in Dayton is on the line. We've got two teams playing good basketball with 2 wins so far this week. You got Zip 'em Up, a team made up of Xavier basketball alums, taking on the #1 seed here in the Xavier Regional, Florida TNT. Glad to have you along for the ride. You got to win 6 for $1 million. And the tap is won by Florida TNT. Ball starts in the hands of Dominic Jones. Tipped away, picked up by Makura. Zip him up, look at, blow it. And he's fouled. That was all set up by that super quick spin move.
It's a nice start for Trayvon Blewett, getting a stop on one end and now getting to the free throw line.
During his 4-year window here with Xavier. And he missed a pair, but Stainbrook, an offensive rebound. Fans here at the Cintas Center waiting for a bucket so they can sit down. Kristen along the baseline.
Hey, Kristen off the block.
Clanton far away from the cup.
That is just so good.
He just put Stainbrook right in the washing machine.
Shoot it, but Stainbrook going down and Clanton getting the easy one.
Floater from Makura, that breaks the seal. First bucket for Zip 'em Up. Chris Warren, I think he was debating between window or straight up and in. Here's Boynton. Kenny Boynton, his first 2.
Kenny Boynton coming off a game against Fort Wayne where he didn't have to be necessarily the go-to guy scoring it, but he's more than capable. 26 in the first round win against Team About Billions, and they're showing off that pull-up.
Samaje Kristen, that's kind of the great unknown. He makes that shot, he's close to unstoppable.
Well, it was a horse shot.
Boynton using the screen from Holton. Has Cantor on him. That's not a fair fight.
Boy, and give a lot of credit to Boynton for saying, I am going to get this all the way to the basket. You've got the mismatch with Karam Cantor. Make them pay for switching off.
Kenny Boynton over 2,000 points as a college player at Florida. Trayvon Blewett over 2,000 points as a college player at Xavier. Clanton, virtually the entire team intact from a year ago.
They've got multiple guys who play at a high level, whether it's in Europe or overseas, and there's one of them right there.
Chris cash in.
Need to be one more. He had Chris Warren wide open in the corner.
Kristen off the window. We're tied at 9.
His length and his burst, he can get downhill, and he is just a tough guard.
And Kristen, not just a former Xavier Musketeer, but he's a local. Went to high school here in Cincinnati.
Look at where he's getting. And Keith Clanton is getting wherever he wants. That double team is coming over, and he calmly handles it. Looks like he's seen it a million times before, which I'm sure he has with the way he scores it. Just calmly gets to his right jump hook.
Cantor thought about it, relocates. Bottom of the well!
This first quarter has flown by.
Kaiser Gates has come in for the first time for Zip 'em Up. He wears number 22. He's the first 7 in the game for either side. Score the goal and a foul. Chris Warren, little dipsy-do. Chance by him. Robbie, one of the things you notice if you pay attention to TBT, these guys.
Ball where you're going to find mismatches, you're going to exploit them. You see it overseas, you see it in the NBA, and it's something that I think you just develop a feel for as you mature in your game.
Second field goal, Samaje Kristen.
That means Kenny Boynton has got to be the guy out here.
Cantor's already hit 1 3-pointer. Backing down Boynton. Uh-oh. Gates had some bad intentions. Here's Gray. First bucket for Rob Gray. Blewett, little jump hook in the lane. Sweet 16 here in Cincinnati. Final minute and change of our first quarter. Jones, grown man move.
That's what
coaching staff probably just reminding me has 2 fouls, needs to be kind of careful. Catch and shoot Gray, it's blocked. Justin Martin just ticked into the game and picks up a shot block. Here's D. Davis now running the point. Stainbrook back into the game. Nate Johnson also into the game for Zip 'em Up. Martin had it for a moment, ripped away by Jones. Shot clock's off. Florida TNT will hold for the final shot of the quarter. Stainbrook. And that'll do it for our first quarter of play. 2-3-2, which would be number 32. But they announced Clinton.
Look at that, Chris Warren.
Oh, Warren gets a cheapie two for Florida TNT.
Keith Clanton is bringing on the block.
Warren dumps it into the corner for Gray. And a foul. It's got Rob Gray maybe getting some playing time that normally would have went to Brandon Robinson.
A lot. The win against Fort Wayne only played 8 minutes.
Had a solid game off the bench yesterday. Raymond. Hey! Jones gets two back.
I would go right back to it. I would just high pick and pop BJ Raymond and set the table.
LaChance.
There we go.
Last two buckets for zip him up, three-pointers from that left wing.
That's how you can maybe go right back at Keith Clanton. You can go at him and pick and roll.
Dominic Jones flips it over his head with the left hand.
He is so dangerous.
LaChance and Raymond have been solid off the bench. Skip past the Gates. Johnson. Last three times down the floor, triples for zip him up.
All this blew it after that ball screen was all by himself, top of the key.
Jones working on Macura. Soft touch. 20 points in the paint for Florida TNT. 20 of their 28 points have come inside.
That's how they made their run against Fort Wayne. They were bricking threes early, and they got back into that. And there haven't been many players or any players in the Xavier Regional who have batted a ball off the rim.
Please do.
Style. That is my sole motivation now, is to be the guy that does the FIBA goaltend.
Hey, after the timeout, Chris Warren up.
Rainey, just a simple pin down. Chris Warren comes flying off from that right corner, and he knows exactly what to do with it.
Interior pass, Cantor, and he's fouled.
It ends up being an and one.
All right, Rob, you played both in the NBA and overseas, high level. When Americans play FIBA rules over in Europe or wherever, do they ever get accustomed to tipping the ball off the rim?
You know, it was interesting. DiMaggio Wiggins was trying. He was trying to do it for the Fort Wayne team. Really, and honestly, the best time to do it would be on a free throw, because you can.
How often in a game?
It happens a good amount. You can do it on tick off my teammates because they'd be shooting free throws and it'd be hanging on the rim. You go in there and either hammer it or tip it in, and now it's your 2 points instead of their one.
Kristen is fouled.
He's got 19 assists over 3 games.
All right, Schlass, Zell. Florida TNT has the ball. Final 2 minutes of our first half. Chris Warren splits a double team.
Short on that.
Numbers now the other way for zip him up. Macura!
Smart play there by J.P. Macura. The defender never really committed to coming to stop the basketball, so he just went in there and laid it up.
Zip him up leads by 2. Clinton. Warren! Chris Warren is nails.
That's the downside of coming to double Keith Clanton, because he can pass and he's a willing passer. Really nicely done over the top, and Chris Warren quiets this crowd.
Kristen from the elbow. Cap it off with an Neil Mending. Warren. Unbelievable. He's got range for days. Team is 0 for 5 shooting threes. Riley LaChance back in for this final possession of the first half. Blewett comes off a screen. Stainbrook! Great pass by Blewett.
Another ATO drawn up.
Things. And now it's a tie ball game. Final possession of the first half. Florida TNT, they've got it. Trying to set up Chris Warren.
Good job by Nate Johnson just blowing the play up.
And that is all she wrote for the first half. Will that be a difference maker in the second half? Tie ball game, 38 apiece. Florida TNT starts with the basketball. Boynton comes up a couple of screens.
Sure, right there the whole way.
Holton missed, got it back, and is fouled.
Big 12 both years. I mean, he is long and athletic, and he is a live wire athlete.
One out of two.
Could have had that. He was just walking back down as if that was a guaranteed make, and it came right at him, but left the premises.
Samaje Kristen.
I like that matchup. That was really well defended, but it just did not matter.
Kristen makes the mid-ranger. He's now made 5 out of 8 shots. He hasn't attempted a 3. Everything's either been mid-range or at the cup. Here's Warren. Flips it out to Boynton. Kenny Boynton, that's his first made three-pointer. Bucket here, and this will be the largest lead of the game for Florida TNT. Loose ball run down by Jones. Kristen looking for a crease. Cantor fills the lane, and he'll go to the line.
Right down that lane.
One out of 2 for Cantor. So we play on, 4-point game. Blewett gets the screen. Macura's had not a lot of success. Now he does, a 3 from Macura. Dangerous pass. Macura. Oh, Gates with bad intentions kept it alive, and a foul. A chance to give the lead back to zip him up if he makes a pair. So there it is. Zip. Gates. Kaiser Gates a 3.
Very aware of that mismatch. Gives Gates the open look, and he drills it.
Warren in the paint, off balance, he's fouled.
Some contact early, he's got his forearm on him. That's what they're going to get him for. I would agree with
that. Jones draws a crowd. Clanton didn't know where he was. Macura in the open floor. You know they're there as well. These are the other regionals that have a chance to send a team to Dayton. Macura.
Impressed with the zip 'em up defense over the course of the last 3 or 4 minutes. And you look at Florida TNT.
Up. Holton sets the screen for Jones. Dominic Jones off the window.
Those count. I mean, Trayvon Blue is with him step for step, and he's got a great contest. Dominic Jones with that length, though, just goes over the top, and a tough one right there. Breaks that field goalless drought over a 4-minute span.
Macura size advantage on Warren. Kaiser Gates just explodes to the rim.
They thought he was going to turn it over. A really good cut off that Macura post-up. They lose track of him, and he's just right through the middle of that paint.
Jones in attack mode. Back-to-back buckets for the former Dallas Maverick.
I'm sure he does not.
He will argue everything.
Zip him up guards, just taking turns, posting Chris Warren.
Kristen. Jones in the paint. Can't make it 3 in a row. Rebounded Cantor. Zip him up leading by 5. Macura!
Give it up to get it back. That's such a mature play from Samaje Kristen to see the entire floor. I love that Macura gave it up before half court, then he runs the floor, fills the lane, a big-time play in transition.
Clanton, Jones. He's got the last 6 points for Florida TNT. Holton, Clanton, and Jones. This five has played together this entire third quarter. They haven't had one rest. Warren. How about that for the finger roll?
Boy, there's some juice on that one. That was quite the move, and then Jelly fan would be jealous.
Little jelly roll. Kristen got his man up in the air and will get free throws out of it. For a pair. 2 for 2 at the line, make it 3 for 3. Florida TNT has not subbed once here in the third quarter. What kind of legs will they have in the fourth? 2 for 1 opportunity for Florida TNT. Need to put something up quick. And what do we have? Another charge on Dominic Jones. That's the second charge of the quarter. Blew it back into the game for his offense. Difference game clock and shot clock is 3 seconds. Kristen goes to work. He ran out of time. I think he was looking at the game clock,
he
not
had
the
no
shot clock.
idea what was on the shot clock.
Warren's going to have to hurry from half court. And that'll do it for our third quarter of play.
These guys are in good shape. They're pros. Would it be ideal to have subs? Yes, but I think that they can go the distance with these guys, and certainly they have more than enough talent to win the game.
Chris Warren had a 3. He takes it inside, missed the layup, and Clanton cashes it in. I was surprised that Warren didn't shoot that originally.
Instead of just going to score the ball. Going to get fouled.
Tough chance. Oh my goodness, serendipity. Ball falls right into the lap of Nate Johnson.
Sometimes
on air balls.
No doubt, whether it's short or off glass like that, you see the whole thing. And on air balls, you could even be blocked out and it ends up being yours.
Great pass by Warren. Brandon Robinson, who is a very good scorer for them, but unable to play after injuring his hand yesterday. Warren. This is about the time he starts to figure it out. 3 ball, ties the game at 61.
Great screen, though, by Keith Clanton. I mean, he is out there finding bodies. He frees Chris Warren up just enough, and Warren doing what he does best from the three-point line.
Kristen inside is fouled. Oh, by the way, move on.
I think defensively, you've got to be aware. You know, you certainly don't want to just
bottle again. He brings in B.J. Raymond. Did it in the first half, and it was great. It spearheaded a spurt for Zip 'em Up. Also entered the game, Riley LaChance. Warren misses the 3. Jones the offensive rebound, and he's fouled.
It's a free throw and the ball.
Jones looking to tie the ball game. We're tied at 64 to TNT. Macura somehow got all the way to the rim.
It's just a pick and roll, and honestly, B.J. Raymond was wide open on the pop, and Macura's wide open on the layup, and just really poor defense there by Florida TNT in the ball screen action.
Jones has got to be careful.
What a pass.
Score the goal. We're tied at 64.
And Jones also, you notice, jumping straight sideways to avoid that charge. He's seen it all too often tonight, but the body control on full display, dropping a dime down low to Clanton.
LaChance gets in the paint. Miss. No, he made it with the left hand. Boynton just a blur, gets inside, and there is our stoppage. So Boynton will shoot a pair. All right, so team to 76 wins.
The way this game has gone, so back and forth. Let's get ready to strap in for some fireworks here.
Gates, Macura, Kristen, Blewett, Cantor. 5 on the floor for Zip 'em Up. Cantor was a big star in the Elam ending last night.
They wanted to post Samaje Kristen, but with Kenny Boynton, he has more size than Chris Warren, a little bit different look.
Makura hits the floater.
It's just a big-time play. I mean, that's JP Makura putting his head down and saying, I am getting to the paint. I am making something happen.
Clanton looking for it on the block, nothing there. This is Jones playing with 5 fouls. Dominique Jones.
Beautiful take right there.
That's a bad man.
With just the right amount of English on it. Remember, Jonathan Holton technically could have tipped that in even on the rim. It is legal in the TBT to do just that.
Kristen, bounce pass, Gates! Oh! Found money! Kaiser Gates!
He's made some huge threes here in this game tonight. Another assist for Samaje Kristen on the baseline.
1-point ball game. Chris Warren is fouled because of the bonus. Warren will go to the line.
Corner.
So 1 free throw and the ball for Warren. Robbie, is it a big deal shooting free throws with no one on the lane?
If you're a good foul shooter, you just like being there.
Tie ball game. First to 76 wins. Big possession for Florida TNT. A bucket here and they can win next time down the floor. Jones.
Good was that defense from Kaiser Gates. He locked in and moved his feet. He had Dominique Jones with nowhere to go. And Gates with a big-time contest.
Blew it! Boynton ahead of the pack to Jones! Score the goal! And Florida TNT is 1 bucket away from winning it.
He had an angle on that blew it shot. It was right on line, just a bit short, and then the run-out's there.
Cantor is fouled. One out of 2, that's a big miss. A 3 for Florida TNT and it's over. They're 3 points away from heading to Dayton.
I would not be surprised if Chris Warren's going to try to end this right here.
Warren working on Makura. What do you got? Ball game! Chris Warren is nails! Chris Warren is a stud! Florida TNT, they're going to championship week in Dayton.
Biggest shot of the night.
All games end on a slingshot. It's sponsored by Sling TV, home of the best deal for streaming sports news and entertainment. How about this slingshot from Chris Warren? Oh my! Only in TBT. It takes a whole bunch of something to make a shot like that. And Chris Warren had 0 qualms putting it up.
24 against Fort Wayne last night, 27, including the game winner, 6 3-point field goals.